This is something that is obvious, but I think an interesting take on anti-aging, and that is to become aware of how you are moving your face. And it's not just for anti-aging purposes, it's also to become aware of how you are communicating and how you are received by others. So I'm 41, and about 10 years ago, I started to notice some wrinkles forming. And so in an effort to prevent those wrinkles, I became way more aware of how I was using my face. And I was teaching in preschool, so I would go into different preschools and teach my curriculum. So I was only in a preschool for about an hour or 2 hours a day. But what I found after that time in the preschool was that my forehead lines were insane. And I realized that I was lifting my eyebrows the entire time I was teaching the preschool classes in an effort to convince them, to get them to listen to me, to get their attention. And then I realized that I was lifting my eyebrows in everyday life when I felt like I needed to convince somebody of something, or when I wasn't sure enough about what I was talking about. And that was a really helpful awareness for me. Now with these lines, I noticed that I was furrowing my brow. And by the way, I don't have any Botox or fillers. I've never done any of that. So with these lines, I noticed that I was furrowing my brow when I was tense. And it was really helpful for me to be aware of that, because I found that in those moments, relaxing my face was actually quite soothing and helped me become less tense. And even in meditation, when I meditate, sometimes, we can't ever fully turn the mind off. You can't do that. For most, the majority of us are not at that stage. And so here's your thoughts, they're going and going. But I found that when I was thinking more and observing less, that there was tension around my eyes as I was thinking. And then I would relax around my eyes, and I would become, the focusing on my breath or on the sensation of my body became much easier. So I found that simply relaxing around my eyes helped me come into the present moment more easily. So I saw this Amy Schumer bit, and she's talking about how people aren't moving their face because they don't want to get wrinkles, and they're all walking around. It was so funny. And I'm not suggesting to not move your face. I love facial expression, and this is why I would never get Botox or fillers. And I'm not judging that. But I think it's a wonderful practice to become aware